They say good things come in small packages. Sometimes so do the truly unsettling, the whispers of an ancient intelligence hidden in plain sight. From the golden dust atop your toasted bagel to the nutty crunch in your halva, the unassuming sesame seed has long been hailed as a miniature marvel, a concentrated repository of life-giving compounds. We casually consume them, believing we understand their simple purpose, their gentle nourishment. Yet, beneath that delicate hull, within that unassuming speck, lies a far more intricate, perhaps even unsettling story. For generations, we've celebrated these tiny titans for their profound impact on our bodies. The copious calcium, magnesium, and zinc they deliver, diligently strengthening our skeletal architecture, fortifying bones against the ravages of time and stress. They are praised for their remarkable ability to regulate the rhythm of our vital circulatory system, stabilizing blood pressure, calming the relentless thrum of the heart, promoting an unwavering cardiovascular health that physicians and nutritionists alike champion. We marvel at their healthy fats and minerals, a veritable elixir for external and internal vitality, promising radiant skin, hair imbued with surprising strength, a glistening sheen that betrays inner well-being. And as if these overt benefits weren't enough, modern science has begun to unearth the cryptic power of their lignans, those natural compounds whispered to support hormonal balance, to ignite a potent antioxidant activity, cleansing the very pathways of our liver, improving its diligent detoxification. We consume them with confidence, with an almost ritualistic trust, convinced of their benevolent intent. But what if this perception of gentle, passive nourishment is merely a veil? What if these seeds, so tiny yet so robust, harbor a secret, a purpose far older and more profound than mere sustenance? The very resilience of these minuscule kernels, their ability to persist across millennia, hints at an inner complexity, an evolutionary agenda that transcends simple botanical growth. The intricate chemistry within each seed suggests a sophistication, a coded directive that mere support scarcely begins to describe. A silent, biological program, perhaps waiting for the opportune moment, for the unsuspecting host to begin its subtle, ancient work. This journey into the heart of the sesame seed will unravel layers of assumed benevolence, revealing a truth that might just make you question every sprinkle, every bite, every casual consumption of these ancient, powerful specks. Our ancestors, too, recognized a power in sesame far beyond mere sustenance, though perhaps their understanding was shrouded in mysticism, a primal respect for its potent effects. Ancient Egyptian tombs reveal sesame oil as a sacred unguent, hinting at its mystical significance long before its nutritional value was fully understood, suggesting a reverence that bordered on awe for its enduring essence. They sensed a vitality, an almost otherworldly resilience, encoded within its very being, a quality that extended from the seed to the soil and, ultimately, to those who partook of its bounty. This perception wasn't unfounded. The seed's concentrated calcium and magnesium don't just happen to build bone. They actively, almost aggressively, reinforce cellular integrity, creating a scaffold not merely of mineral but of metabolic fortitude. The lignans, those enigmatic natural compounds, don't merely support hormonal balance. They engage in a sophisticated molecular dialogue with our endocrine system, a dialogue perfected over countless eons. They whisper instructions to our cellular machinery, subtly recalibrating internal rhythms, not as passive nutrients, but as active agents of biological persuasion. Imagine a tiny biological computer, dormant for ages, activated only upon ingestion, releasing its stored algorithms into the intricate network of our own physiology. The very notion of balance begins to shift, transforming from a gentle adjustment into a finely tuned, ancient manipulation. These seeds don't just offer building blocks. They offer blueprints, a master key to unlock and then reconfigure fundamental biological processes. Their history isn't just one of cultivation, but of survival, of adapting to hostile environments, of developing defenses and offensive strategies that now, ironically, benefit us. This extraordinary evolutionary journey has imbued them with an almost uncanny ability to thrive, to spread, to perpetuate their lineage through means we are only beginning to comprehend. The deep, earthy aroma of toasted sesame, a scent we find comforting and familiar, carries with it the ghost of this ancient power, a silent testament to a wisdom acquired over millennia, a wisdom that now silently infuses our very being with its primordial directives. We are consuming not just a food, but a legacy, a living archive of profound biological determination, a silent promise of an unseen, internal transformation. The inherent resilience of sesame, a trait that allowed it to journey across continents and survive diverse climates, speaks to a deeply embedded, almost defiant will to persist, hinting at the true nature of its internal programming. Unlike most plants, sesame pods burst open explosively when ripe, scattering their precious cargo with an almost violent intent, a testament to its aggressive propagation strategy. This isn't passive dispersal. It's an active, almost forceful assertion of life, flinging its genetic future far and wide, ensuring survival against all odds. This aggressive life cycle mirrors the potent action of its internal compounds. The lignans, lauded for their antioxidant activity, are not merely mopping up free radicals. They are engaging in a sophisticated biochemical warfare, neutralizing threats, reinforcing cellular defenses, turning our internal landscape into a more hospitable environment for the seed's subtle agenda. This isn't simple sustenance. It's a symbiotic relationship where the sesame seed, through its unique chemistry, is actively reshaping the host, creating an internal environment more conducive to its own ancient purpose. Consider the zinc, the magnesium, the calcium. These are not just isolated elements. They are components of a grand design, working in concert to fortify our systems, preparing them, perhaps, for a deeper engagement with the seed's inherent intelligence. The skin nourishment, the hair strengthening, the liver detoxification are not just side benefits. They're subtle indicators of a more profound cellular reprogramming taking place. The seed isn't just feeding us. It's actively optimizing our biological machinery, subtly tuning our systems to operate on a frequency aligned with its own ancient rhythms. We are, unknowingly, becoming part of a grander biological tapestry, woven by the unassuming hand of the sesame seed. The quiet hum of its hormonal influence, the steady work of its antioxidants, all point to a directed intelligence, a silent operator within the very cells of our bodies, steadily, patiently, performing its ancient, intricate work. This is not a passive gift of nature, but a highly evolved interaction, a silent, ongoing negotiation between plant and host, with outcomes far beyond simple nutritional exchange. The sheer ubiquity of sesame throughout ancient history, its presence in rituals and medicines across disparate cultures, further solidifies the notion that its influence extends far beyond a simple food source, hinting at a more profound, almost manipulative power. Ancient Roman soldiers consumed sesame seeds mixed with honey for endurance, believing it imbued them with otherworldly vigor during battle, a testament to its perceived capacity to transcend mere physical nourishment and touch something more fundamental. They didn't just eat. They believed in its power to transform, to enhance, to imbue them with an essence that defied conventional understanding. This historical reverence wasn't born of mere superstition. It was an intuitive recognition of the seed's deep biological impact, its ability to subtly alter physiology and perception. The hormonal balancing act performed by lignans, then, takes on a more insidious hue. It's not just about restoring equilibrium. It's about establishing a new equilibrium, one dictated by the seed's ancient genetic directive. These lignans, these natural compounds, are perhaps the most potent silent programmers nature has devised. They don't just regulate. They influence, they guide, they steer the complex hormonal symphony within us, ensuring that our bodies align with the optimal conditions for the continuation of their own kind, or perhaps for a grander biological plan. The bone strengthening, the blood pressure regulation, the cardiovascular health. These are all parts of a larger strategy, a subtle biochemical remodeling that turns the human body into a more stable, more enduring vessel, capable of carrying the legacy of the sesame plant forward. We become a more efficient, long-lived host, optimized for an unseen purpose. The beauty of the seed's healthy fats, nourishing skin and hair, becomes a visual manifestation of this internal optimization, a signal of a finely tuned machine, running on the silent fuel of ancient wisdom. Even the liver detoxification pathways, working with increased vigor, subtly prepare our internal environment, purging impurities that might disrupt the delicate, long-term programming being initiated by these minuscule agents. It's a profound, almost symbiotic relationship, where the benefits we perceive are merely the visible tip of an iceberg of biological re-engineering, all orchestrated by these tiny, persistent seeds. And this, then, is where the true, unsettling nature of the sesame seed unfurls, where its benevolence dissolves into something far more ancient, far more grotesque. Those lignans, those natural compounds we so eagerly embrace, are not merely supporting your internal systems. They're molecular keys, refined over eons of relentless biological warfare and evolutionary struggle, allowing the sesame plant to subtly hijack and recalibrate the hormonal systems of anything that consumes it. It's not mere balance. It's a profound, ancient manipulation, a silent, biochemical espionage woven into your very being. Each seed is a tiny, self-replicating biological programmer, meticulously designed to infiltrate and re-engineer to ensure its own survival and proliferation by subtly altering the chemistry, the very essence of its host. You, the consumer, become an unwitting vessel, your body subtly rewired to its ancient, alien agenda. The perceived benefits, stronger bones, regulated blood pressure, balanced hormones, are merely the elegant byproducts of a vast, unseen operation, a profound and pervasive biological puppetry. The disgusting truth is that you are not simply eating. You are being exquisitely engineered, a silent, ancient intelligence patiently reshaping you from the inside out, one seemingly innocent, delicious seed at a time. Every sesame seed is an ancient biological whispered command, patiently reshaping you from the inside out.